Here's the truth. God is light. God is light. This is absolutely found in the Bible. And I want you to imagine for a minute being lost in the Amazon rainforest on a cold, pitch black night. I want you to imagine that you have a heavy-duty flashlight. You're hurriedly tracking through the strange and hostile terrain of the rainforest, and you're searching for your campsite. You've got turned around. You're coming back from a long hike, and you're deep in the jungle. You're tired. You're confused, and all you can think about is taking off your shoes and building a fire and resting in your tent. And then suddenly, while you're trying to find your campsite, your flashlight dies, and the batteries have gone out at the worst possible time. All that stood between you and utter darkness was this beam of light, this single ray of light. And now the light is gone, leaving you in the blackness of a hostile environment. Now, obviously, the only way to dispel the darkness is with light. It would be absurd to think that you could use darkness to overcome the darkness. You can't add more darkness to solve the problem of darkness. If your problem is darkness, what do you need? Well, you need light. So if your dilemma is darkness, what you need is light. Well, God is light, and there is no darkness in God. God has no darkness. He doesn't traffic in darkness. He is not of the darkness. In fact, this is what John tells us, the Apostle John. This is one of the very last epistles written. John loved Jesus. Jesus loved John. And John is given the revelation. Just like Daniel, who was beloved of God, was given a revelation. John is beloved. He's given a revelation. And here is what John is telling us. This is the message which we have heard from him. Who? Jesus. John stood right before Jesus. He heard with his ears. He saw with his eyes. He had eyes to see. He had ears to hear. This is the message which we have heard from him and declare to you, that God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. At all. There is no darkness in God. Darkness is the absence of light. If you try to fight darkness with more darkness, it will fail because darkness cannot be expelled by more darkness. Darkness is powerless against the darkness. If you apply more darkness, you're going to to the existing darkness, you end up with more darkness. So God doesn't use darkness to overcome darkness. God uses light to overcome darkness. The Bible tells us in 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 15 and 16, the King of kings and Lord of lords, who alone has immortality, dwelling in unapproachable light. He doesn't dwell in darkness. He dwells in unapproachable light, whom no man has seen or can see, to whom be honor and everlasting power. Amen. So God is light. He is not dark. Look what it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14 and 15. Paul writes, do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship has righteousness with lawlessness? And what communion has light with darkness? And what accord has Christ with Belial? Or what part has a believer with an unbeliever? Okay, so what communion has light with darkness? Nothing. Nothing. There's no blending of the light and the darkness. God uses light to overcome the darkness.